I read The Road. I'm fine.
No.
I'm not saying I won't be depressed. I'm saying I have had enough depression inflicted on me by other people. I'm good.
No.
I've had my
I've
empathy
heard an
button
argument.
tested.
Well, the thing about Grey that it's an interesting movie. I've heard two arguments about it now that are interesting. It's
No. I plan on watching it one day.
Okay.
So let's hold tight.
So,
Okay, this isn't spoilery or anything, but like, I think like the premise of the movie, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong on this, Corey, but I think like the point of the movie was to show that it was basically his fault for what happened, because you know more about this?
yeah, I do. There's 2 points. That's one idea to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a point of the movie. I think the point the movie was trying to get across was, now that I've seen it and seen this review, is that the guy who made it, it's based off like a book that a guy wrote during his struggles during that time and how something happened, and he truly blames himself for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but the guy who made it, it came out during a time when in Japan a lot of the youth had nothing to do, so the crime rate was going up. So this guy made this movie, and it was one of the most depressing things ever. Sitting there saying, "This is what we went through. This is what we experienced."
Wow.
I think it's a good. There's that way of looking at it, which is, I think, a fair way. But then there's also it's a very anti-war message. Because the movie does a very good job of never saying that the U.S. is evil. Like,
Right.
they do attack them,
Right.
and that's the opening scene, but it's all in the context of this is a war.
Right.
That
right.
it's not. They're not.
Right, we weren't assaulted and beaten on the street. We started picked a fight and shit happened.
Here's this war, and here are these two kids who are stuck in the middle of this war and how they were treated. And it's a very interesting anti-war movie. Like, I really like it. For like that kind of perspective, I really like The Wind Rises. Because it's about the guy who makes the plane, the Zeros.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like more
We're gonna play it out of wood. What is wrong with you?
anime. Like, because it's based off a life story, but a lot of the facts are kind of like, some of it's changed, but it still gets the point across. And what I really love about the movie is that towards the end, when he starts to make the plane, and he knows what it's for, some people were, when it first came over, people were getting mad. Like, why would they bring that over to America? But what I think the main point in the movie is that he made the plane, and he's super sad that what it was going to use for. Because at one point in the movie, he's asked, would you prefer a world without the pyramids or with it, if it would cause war? And it asks the question, the people behind making the object, they're not evil. That this guy had a dream. He wanted to make a plane, and he wanted to make the best plane he could.
Right.
What it got used for was bad, but he was in his country. Like,
Fair.
Like, because people, I was in an argument, like, but he made the planes that killed Americans. I'm like, we made the boats that killed their boats. So, what about those guys?
Right. Dang.
Like, the idea, it's a very objective film.
Yeah. Sorry, change the subject. I saw 3 movies today. I was wondering if you guys had seen them, because I kind of...
Jeez.
I know, I had a day off. Fucking hit it out. I was doing other shit at the same time. But, Trainwreck, Spy, and, King's Gentleman or something?
Kingsman.
Kingsman, thank you.
I have not seen Trainwreck, because the comedy, it's a gross-out comedy, and it's not my thing.
I didn't think it was gross, but it was a comedy.
I don't like that
That's
actor.
fine, yeah.
What was it?
Trainwreck, Spy?
No, because...
You don't like her either?
No.
Oh, okay, she's funny.
I do like the Kingsman though. Kingsman is awesome.
I was pretty blown away about that church scene.
Yeah, no, the church scene is probably the best part of that entire movie.
I had a friend who went in to see that movie. And have you seen that movie? Oh. Well, they said that they got the church part, and then they actually left the theater because it was so graphic. And I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? And then I saw it, and I was like, okay, I can see somebody,
Yeah, no, it's best scene. Funny
It's literally a guy murdering an entire church full of people.
Oh, okay.
Like, murdering while they're trying to fight back, and he just picks apart different parts of the building and kills them with it. It's kind of cool.
It's like 5 minutes long. It's kind of glorious. But no, what was it? Like, it's a better James Bond movie than the James Bond movies we've actually got.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I don't like the new James Bond movies.
No? I'm hoping Idris Elba picks it up, but ever since he said, I don't want to be the black James Bond, I was like, you're never going to pick it up then, you fucking idiot!
No, have you seen
Were
Spectre?
they actually talking about having a black James Bond?
Just Idris Elba. Not like a black guy,
Yeah, I know, but like,
but Idris.
huh? It's
Has
weird.
he?
He'd be the one, though.
Who's Idris Elba? Who is he?
You ever watch The Office? No.
Yeah.
Have you... Yeah, he's the black guy?
The black one?
No. No, not that. No, he's not. He was just on there for a while. Beast of No Nation. Luther.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen Luther, but I know what you're talking about.
Thor.
Yeah.
He was the guy who, the Gate Guardian.
Okay.
Fuck. I want to show you something. Mandela. He was Mandela in Mandela.
Okay.
Have you seen Spectre?
Spectre.
James Bond.
I know. I saw. No, that was the last one. I saw the one before that one.
Did you like it?
I like the first. I like Casino Royale. That's the
I
only
don't-
one I liked.
Okay, I don't like Casino Royale.
Why not? It's Bond when he's vulnerable. Everyone else is invincible. I'm gonna walk in, sip champagne, fuck your wife. Hey, what's your plan? Good plan. I already foiled it. Like, the movie is always over whenever.
No, I don't like Sky. Okay, I don't like Skyfall. Okay, let me correct that. I like.
You don't like any of them.
No.
Shaq.
I like the first half of Skyfall.
I didn't care for Skyfall at all.
I think the movie is beautiful.
It looks good, yeah.
And I like the towards the end when the bad guy shows up.
That's the movie where they covered the bitch in oil, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's silly to me.
No, it's the ending of Skyfall that kills the movie when it jumps 30 minutes into the shack because they go back to his home.
Oh, that last bit.
Yeah,
they're trying to move forward that plot that started up in Casino Royale, and I don't know what the hell they're
And
doing
now,
with that.
no, and okay, and
I think the only James Bond movie I watched was the one with the guy with the green teeth and something about solar energy or something.
Moonraker.
No, I'm talking about the newer James Bonds.
Oh, Quantum of Solace.
Quantum was, yeah. I was like, I don't fucking like this.
Was that the guy who had the melted face?
I don't remember. I don't remember much about that.
Did he
movie.
try to
I was
hit
like,
James
nah.
Bond with a train?
No, that's Skyfall.
That was Skyfall? Okay.
Yeah,
That was neat.
I like that. I like that part. I like that chase scene. That chase scene's good. That's where the energy was, and then it stops. Spectre is awful.
I'll take your word for it. I didn't care for
Okay,
Skyfall that
because
much.
you've seen Glorious Bastards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
He was a Bond villain.
Good for him. He needs to be. He's a really good villain.
You sit there and say, oh my god, he would be the best Bond villain ever.
Yeah, totally.
So, whatever, I don't care, I'll tell you. So,
Yeah, I don't care either.
the whole plot is like, there's a secret group called Spectre who James Bond is investigating.
Yes.
And he finally finds the guy, the head of it,
Cool.
gets captured,
Sure.
right? And he's being tortured.
Yeah.
And
This is not sack all over again.
this is when the bad guy reveals himself. He goes and says, "Oh, I knew him when we were younger because my father adopted him." Okay, right? So no farmer there. Right.
So what, everything's just family?
His father adopted him, and he's doing all this because his dad liked him better.
So Dio.
Yeah, except it makes him look so stupid.
Bond was Dio. I gotcha. I'd kill him too. I created an entire secret organization to destroy Dio. I hate him so. Are you still watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
No.
Watch one episode of that shit. You would just be like, he is the worst fucking human being. Who does this?
Yeah, no, but yeah, so they single-handedly killed that villain so fast. Oh, and they tried to connect all the other previous movies together as if he was the one who, like, instigated and started all that stuff. And you're just like, this is awful and terrible, and why? What would have been interesting, because you've seen Casino Royale, and Casino Royale is supposed to be a green agent.
Yeah.
You know what would have been interesting?
Did they continue that?
No.
Okay.
Because how can he be a green agent when he looks that old?
He was like doing accounting and shit before that.
What I would like to see is I would have loved to see the idea that here's a Bond that's out of work, who's been out for a while, and he's come back.
They did that.
And Skyfall.
Oh, well,
Barely.
they didn't do it in Skyfall, but Sean Connery's, towards the end, his Bond actually retired, and they called him back out of retirement.
But it would have made that movie much more interesting, because I think Daniel Craig plays a good Bond, but the way that he's supposed to be playing him, because in Skyfall, you know how like he's supposed to be a little under the weather and not be able to do it anymore?
Yeah.
The idea of playing on the idea that he's a little older and not capable of doing this anymore. So, having to deal with like these ever-rising threats.
Right.
How does an older Bond deal with that stuff?
Right.
When he can't just like jump from a hood of a car to another hood of a car anymore. Because, you know...
I mean, again...
I don't know, man. They've already done that. They're doing something new.
The
Roger
new-
Moore was like 90 years old when he was Bond. And
The new was boring. Daniel Craig would play a good... Daniel Craig makes a great Bond, but he's boring in his Bond movies because they give him nothing to do.
I guess. I don't know. I've only seen Casino Royale. That's the only one I
If you ever sat through and watched the rest of them, which... God
I'm not
forbid you-
gonna. Yeah,
They're
I'm just
long.
not. I was really happy with Casino Royale. That one just made me happy, and everything else, except for the ending, and everything else was fine.
Yeah, because the ending's stupid.
Yeah, the ending was dumb. The last 10 minutes of the movie, I was just like, what is this? Yawn. Drown, bitch. Yawn. Die. Naps.
So, but I wish... Well, the thing is that slowly but surely, they started incorporating the more James Bondy stuff with the more extravagant villains and the extravagant plots.
I apologize. I feel like we're hogging a lot of the talking time, and James is here.
Huh?
I don't want to...
No.
You got anything else?
No.
Okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but, you know, they were hogging... They started throwing these weird, more extravagant things in. And make it more James Bond... Make it more classic James Bond.
Sure.
Where classic James Bond didn't give a fuck.
Right. Well, again, there's so many other takes on Bond. I mean...
Okay, you could have done a realistic take on Bond, but still included over-the-top stuff. Because the Bond before that did that.
Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan was all about big cars and banging bitches. I think he was the first Bond to get like 3 girls in a movie. Just
But-
kind of excessive.
But it still played very realistic and still played sort of down to earth, but still had its very big goofy Bond moments. Like, here's Bond jumping out of an airplane without a parachute.
Right, and making it work. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the Daniel Craig ones are very much, here's Bond in a situation that he has to work his way out of, and he'll do it in the most smart and convenient way possible. Because
Right. Because it's Bond, yeah.
But no, the James Bonds beforehand would be all like, okay, and just do something out there and get it done. Something that was fun.
I feel like the movies just missed you.
They're not fun.
And that you just didn't
They're
have
not
fun with
fun.
them. And
James Bond movies should
I don't
be
think
fun.
there's a whole lot of shit past that. You know, that's just kind of where, you know, they should be fun. I don't know.
If you're
man.
gonna go watch a James Bond movie, it should be at least a monochrome of fun. You're watching a James Bond movie. You have the license to sit there and throw shit at the screen because James Bond.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest issue, is that they've tried to play it very... And you know what? I thought the first one was okay. An interesting idea. But when it started going more and more into the ground earth stuff, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to watch a James Bond movie, not sit
Right.
here and contemplate the meaning of life.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
What's your opinion on Batman vs